This is your host, Dr. Freedom, and here we are with the Saturday update. It almost makes me tingle in my little sack that I am here on a Saturday. What a crock of sheet. But all right, hang on, let's. I don't like to play around with this stuff. Oh, okay, there it is. Okay. Okay, so that goes up like that. All right. That goes down like that. Okay, so there we go. We do have clandestine stereo or whatever. I was saying clandestine stereo lighting. Studio lighting. Uh, yes, folks. You have to love it. You know, I love my work. I'm very happy to be at my work, but it's interesting that the company created by the guy who basically invented the 40-hour work week has made a steady habit of 54-hour work weeks. But, that's life. Yeah, I was about to bring that up. Whose books? Yeah, Gemma Redgrave spotted on set. Um, yeah, filming is going forward for that failing show spinoff. That's going to the main show for that main show that's likely going to be canceled. Yeah, it's in such bad shape they went ahead and filmed the spinoff. It's like that old saying, the proof of the pudding's in the eating. If Doctor Who's ratings were such a miserable failure, according to the Moron Squad, then why didn't they cancel filming on the spinoff? Because these nimble-minded, simple-minded little brain deads were saying, right after the series premiered, that it was a flop, it was a disaster, and they're still saying that, by the way, now, even though Disney executives are excited about Doctor Who. And um, yet that would have meant if the show was such a disaster, wouldn't they have canceled the spinoff? Save yourself, how many possibly thousands or, whatever pounds. But no, filming's going ahead right now. If you want to see the pics, run on over to the platform formerly known as Twitter, for it got took over by the muskrat. And okay, that's got to be a bot. But like I said, if I don't do political stuff most of the time. Sadly, this election coming up here in America is just basically going to be people deciding what's the lesser of two evils. But that's my opinion on that. I'll put it to you this way. If we had a choice between most candidates we've had in the last few years and a write-in candidate named D's Nuts, who had backing from one of the big political parties, people would have voted for D's Nuts. All right. Oh yeah. That's good to hear. Meeting Shooty and Millie. That's awesome. Um, my plans are still up in the air for. Not sure if I'm going to make Chicago TARDIS this year or not, because depends on how things work out and whatnot. Because the accident really threw things off. I was really hoping to meet Joe Martin there. That evil doctor that Chibnall shoehorned in, just like Moffat did back when, we're not allowed to talk. Wait a minute. Thou shalt have no other doctors before Hartnell. This is in Whovians, chapter 1's first. I'm not voting, period. There's no point. It's the same two people, same two parties every time. And you end up getting the same stuff over and over and over again. Which, by the way, if you try something over and over and over again and you know it's going to fail, you know it's going to do what it's going to do, but you do it anyway, isn't that one of the textbook, definitions for insanity? But okay, that's it. Nope, I'm not a trucker. So more on all you people who are just tuning in, yeah, Doctor Who film it, so not Doctor Who, I mean War Between the Land and Sea, the Doctor Who spinoff. That spinoff of that show that's failing so bad is filming currently, as a lot of you have seen. As I said, run over to the platform formerly known as X, or formerly known as Twitter, now called X, and you can go to Doctor Who filming locations or Doctor Who production news, and you should be able to get everything you need there. I feel really sick too because I have to work. Oh no, I've been called a socialist. Isn't that like when they used to call people communists back in the 50s? Go back to the McCarthy era, you poor soul. Well, the problem with hashtag DWSR, you're going to have to sort through a lot of garbage. You're going to have to block a lot of people because there was a lot of people who were spamming that tag for a while. I don't know if that's still going on. I haven't seen any myself, but I've blocked a ton of people who were. Also, there's a lot of sites from the Middle East that were using the DWSR hashtag. I don't know why, or it was also in their titles. Had to block all them. I was never a big fan of Gavin and Stacy, so I never got into it. Not my bag. Well, like I said, he may not even be allowed to answer that question. Like I said, they're very protective of their secrets. Well, but he'll probably tell you one way or the other. I don't know, um, what his plans are, and I'm not even going to try to make a prediction. It's up to Shooty whether he wants to stay or not. Um, the standard contract up to about the Jodie Whittaker era, till then, was 1 year with an option to pick up for the contract. And then Jodie signed like a 3-year deal, which was the first time, as far as I know, that happened. So I'm hoping, yeah, he does it at least 3 years because it's become now of a tradition. Damn you, Troughton. The Troughton rule of 3, yeah. I jokingly call it that because it was Troughton who told Davison, do 3 years and get out. Yeah, that was the first time in the news show's history that they did multi-year contracts. So I don't know what Bad Wolf has in mind. But considering, we don't know what's going on with Shooty for season 3, it must have been the same deal year, and then he picked up, and then now we got to find out if he's picking up for the 3rd year. Like I said, getting details out of Bad Wolf is very difficult. But then again, his contract shield, a lot of, since Bad Wolf got involved, is what I mean. Because it would still be through the BBC, but nobody's talking about anything. Yeah, that was one of the reasons why they saw their initial ratings dip. They did the same thing with Jodie Whittaker. We'll take a year off. It'll be okay. Well, Colin Baker got shafted. Which is why he didn't come back and do a Regeneration scene when they asked him. And, like I said, I don't blame him in that case. He got screwed over. Well, that's not necessarily true about Sylvester, because there were scripts already written for the following season that never got filmed. And there was going to be a new companion. I believe her name was Rain. And if you want, on Big Finish, they made those into audios. A lot, at least I think they made. I'm not sure they made all of them, but I know a few of them did. Just like the missing episodes from Colin Baker, the scripts that never got filmed. Yeah, Ace was supposed to go to Gallifrey and become a Time Lord. She was going to go in the Academy. Turns out the Doctor was kind of grooming her for the Time Lord Academy. That's why he was putting her through all this crazy nonsense. Oh no, it was Delta and the Bannerman with Ice Warriors. Oh god, that's an episode I try not to remember. But okay. Not one of the better ones, definitely. So, yeah, he was supposed to be around for the following series at least, because the scripts were already written. Well, yeah, that was the Nightmare Fair, if I remember correctly, or something like that. And they made that into an audio. Yeah, the Toy Maker was supposed to appear in the Colin Baker era. And of course, that never got made. Yep. I'm not sure if he was. But like I said, I don't know if they were able to, ever decided who was going to be the Toy Maker, whether it was going to be Michael Gough or not. He, because he was still around then, but he ended up doing Batman movies. So I don't even know if he'd be, actually, no, he would have been available in that time, I think. But yeah, because he played Alfred in Batman 89, then 90, and then... That's right, I think he was there through sadly, the Schumacher era as well. Oh. Yeah, I know, I know, I gotta remember, that's one thing I don't like using interior lighting, because I'm always paranoid that I didn't turn it off. Yeah, he was available to do it then. But like I said, of course, luckily we ended up getting him as Alfred in the Batman movies of the late 80s going into early 90s. Also, he's in one of my favorite comedy movies, Top Secret, the lesser known Zucker Brothers movie, which I think is funny as hell. If you've never seen the movie Top Secret, look it up. From the fellas who brought you Airplane. Oh, God, that movie was wacky as hell. Well, folks, I have stayed a few more minutes than I should have. I've got to get inside, so please take care of yourselves out there. Be kind, be calm, be safe. Enjoy the rest of your, weekend. And hopefully we will see you again Monday. Unless we have some breaking news tonight, then I'd pop on tonight. But we don't know what the future holds. So take care, everyone. Enjoy your day.